The WBZ Morning News at 5 a.m. Traffic on the 3s and weather on the 10s right after the Steve Lavelli broadcast. WBZ News Radio 1030 every day.
All right. It's only 1 minute until the news, and Mary from Rhode Island, I'm not going to cheat you. So I hope you'll, if you don't want to hold, call right after the news. Can you do that, Mary? I'm sorry. Let me take the remaining 45 seconds to let you know again that I am Bradley J. in for Steve Lavelli at WBZ News Radio 1030, the number 617-254-1030. And I urge you to check out my podcast. It's a man on the street thing, face-to-face, eye-to-eye, toe-to-toe. It's pretty wild. You really get some, well, crazy people. Like there I said. Some wild people. And, I'm right there. You can hear it. It's called Jay Talking. You scroll to the bottom of the podcast, the very bottom of the podcast. Jay Talking, WBZ News Radio 1030, website WBZ1030.com. Coming up, we're going to talk about the upcoming ballot question. Should marijuana be decriminalized? And I'm going to lay on you my cure for the oil problem coming up at WBZ News Radio 1030. Bradley J. for Steve Lavelli. WBZ News Radio 1030. I have some pretty extreme ideas. These ideas are going to burrow into your brain and lay eggs, much like the Asian longhorn beetle. So, you can get in trouble if you smoke marijuana, bad trouble. It can give you a criminal record, keep you from getting a job. I don't know, there are many that think that's crazy. I'm one of them. I think it's a stupid law. Please don't spend any money incarcerating people for smoking marijuana. I don't care one way or the other about marijuana. I hate stupid laws. So I'm all about decriminalizing marijuana. It's really strange why it hasn't been done a long time ago, but we may be making history on November 4th. It may become decriminalized. It's a binding ballot question, and here to tell us about it, talk about it a little bit, he's on the board of directors of MassCann NORML, which is the groups largely responsible for getting on the ballot. Welcome, Michael. Good morning to you on WBZ.
Well, thanks for having me, Bradley. It's an honor to be on WBZ. I'm a long-time listener.
Well, now tell me about your organizations.
We're really a grassroots local organization.
And that would be MassCann is the local version of NORML?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, and we're all run by volunteers.
And what does NORML stand for?
The National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws.
And MassCann, C-A-N-N, as in cannabis, is the local chapter. Okay.
That's it. Yep.
And for a long time, y'all have been trying to get it decriminalized. Now, why is it taking so long? What's the resistance to decriminalization of marijuana?
Well, I think it's a number of things. The ballot rules on initiatives. You only can have a initiative about a question every 6 years, and it costs a lot of money. And what we focused on, since we didn't have the money as a local group with all volunteers, was using the 20 or 30 people that we had to go out individually and run non-binding ballot questions. And we won every single one of them. We won 45 of them. We are undefeated. We win by 65%. We get more votes than any other politician in the state. So we had a lot of success, and so we got national funding. The national groups out there said, gee, wow, Massachusetts is a place to look at for Decrim.
I see. And so how did you manage to get it on the ballot?
Well, with the big initiative, it's really about having enough money to get paid petitioners to go out there and get the question on there. You need about $100,000 to do that. So that's basically how it was done. It was an outside organization that funded us. Funded the initiative.
What organization was that? What, NORML or some other?
It's actually, there's a group called Committee for Sensible Marijuana Policy.
Yes.
They're the ones who are actually, they were running the handling of the money. But I think it was mostly through a group called MPP, which is a national organization that has a lot of funding.
All right. So the question is, I ask any of you, do you believe that it should be decriminalized? Or do you prefer to see it a rather serious crime? Now, do you, in MassCann, are you about the marijuana? Is it that you love marijuana? Is it that you want to be free to smoke marijuana,
No,
or is
I
it
think there's
the injustice of the rule? It's just a stupid, expensive rule.
I think it's like anything else, that we have a wide array of different people that support us. Some people feel that way, and other people, feel more like, I don't want to waste my money arresting someone. I know a friend or someone like myself who's, a successful business person. I was a wrestler. I hurt my back. I could be on OT's, over-the-counter Tylenol for 10 or 15 years and risk my liver, which, you're advised against taking that for more than 14 days.
Well, actually, that's above alcoholism, Tylenol.
Yeah, or I could use, a vaporizer, or, eat brownies and feel much better, and not, it's a pleasurable thing compared to having something where I'm worried about my health. So I think there's a lot of people that know people in that situation.
Do you think that, why did it take so long to get up? Because people just don't care one way or the other, or do you think that people are afraid of making marijuana illegal? I mean, legal, or less illegal?
I think there's been a lot of, I think that there's been a lot of people that just didn't believe that we could, get this done. And, even the people that support it, there's always that negative connotation that this will never happen. And I think with the poll numbers now, you're seeing, we just showed a poll, and Boston Herald printed it from Suffolk University. We're up 72 to 22. We're up by 50 points. That wasn't here 15 years ago.
Don't get too cocky, because that was the number for the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and they lost.
I know, we can't get too cocky. You're absolutely right. But, I think the biggest change has been that we do have a lot more supporters than we did 15 years ago.
Now, your big event is the Freedom Rally and the Boston Common.
That's it.
Is that your that's your big event?
That is our annual huge event every year. Saturday, September 20th, we have NORML come in, national speakers, High Times Magazine. We've got some great bands this year, Prospect Hill, Graveyard Barbecue. It's a great event.
Now, do people go there? Do people go there because they really care about the law, or just to smoke marijuana?
I think it's a number of things. I mean, I think some people just go there for the free bands. We got some of the best bands in Boston, every year. We've had others, Cleo, Tree, St. Black Church. I think that a lot of it's, you can't stereotype. Everyone's different.
Okay.
I know why I'm down there.
All right.
And, I can smoke pot at my house, but I'm not at the common to smoke pot. I'm out to represent and make sure that people hear us and know that we're here. And I think there's a lot of people like that.
All right, let's dispel some myths. There is I believe it's a myth that floats around that it's legal to smoke marijuana on the common that day.
Absolutely not.
Right. And you'll know that if you look around. I don't know where it'll be this year, but last year, so like the corner of, around, you'll see this station set up where they book everybody who seems to believe that rumor and smokes marijuana, at least flagrantly. Bang! All of a sudden you have a criminal record. You can't get a federal job, right? Your Corey check turns up.
Absolutely. That Corey will follow you around forever, too. After 10 years, you could petition to have it removed, but it's really hard to do, and that doesn't happen often. So, basically with an arrest, we have a de facto Decrim policy where no one actually goes to jail. Nothing really happens in court. They just throw it out. But that Corey record,
right,
you have no chance to remove it. It's basically a trial without a lawyer, without a jury.
Yeah, and I mean that itself is a punishment. And I can't. Can you make an estimate of how many? And I'll use the word morons. So you don't have to. How many people flaunt it?
In Massachusetts, it's thousands of people. Yeah, there's a. Are you talking about at the Freedom Rally?
I'm talking about at the Freedom Fest.
At the Freedom Fest, yeah. It depends on whether they're charges, kids or adults. But yeah, I'd say 50 to 100 every year are getting arrested down there. And some of them, it's by choice. They know they're taking a risk, but a lot of those kids don't. So definitely, if you have sons and daughters, they're going down there. Tell them it's okay to go, check out the bands, but don't be smoking pot in public.
Exactly. And that's crazy.
Because we actually don't want that. We understand civil, when someone's making a stand and they understand what the consequences are. But I get the letters from the kids, and I really, don't like to see it happen to anyone.